Yes. Let me give a short summary. In the early 2000s, revolutions in the former Soviet countries and Balkans are called color revolutions by the international media. The reason it is called the color revolution is that it was completely started in the internet age, and the television was used well. There is freedom of the press in color revolutions because America provides it. That's why they are called the color revolutions. A resistance in every country has a color and a symbol. For example, it's black and white in Serbia, orange in Ukraine, and pink in Georgia. There is a civil resistance in these countries. The Cold War is over, and then the world has become a more democratic country. If people are not satisfied with the regime and they want to change something, the people can use their democratic rights and strike. For example, if people don't like a leader, they can react to it. But of course, a civilian resistance is not armed, because if you have a gun, you become a terrorist. People are starting to protest to show their reactions. Non-governmental organizations and students are an important factor in these revolutions. There is Milosevic in the Serbian revolutions, and Milosevic says that there is no race superior in the Serbs in the world. For example, Milosevic attacks the Croatia for no reasons, like the American attacking in the Iraq. Milosevic killing people, he is doing massacres, burning people, alive, rape, etc., etc. It does this to establish Serbia. He has such a thought and dream. In short, there have been controversial election processes in some countries. Reason for color revolutions in stolen elections. The reason full authoritarian management or rule. Full authoritarian governments are more likely to kill, injure naturally. They can suppress the protest more easily because during the 19th, free market economy prevailed in Latin America. The shock therapy, austerity policies caused people to become poor. But some people benefit from this neoliberal economy, of course. In the people who react to this, leaders like the Hugo Chavez are changing the system by leading. Latin Americans react to a neoliberal economic system because they suffer the most, because they are completely dependent on America. He says, Hugo Chavez, we will regain independence. Actually, they are very similar in terms of revolution, but the supporters are different. These are backed by the American but there is a differences as follows. While America opposes one, America supports the other. Because in those colorful revolutions, mass movements are against anti-American nationalist governments. The protests in Latin America, especially in Venezuela, include the people who cannot benefit much from the economic policy of the state. They consider themselves native. They also see those in power as white Latin American. There is such a distinction because they see themselves as native. So those who made these revolutions are from the lower class. This Latin American movement is a movement created by the people with economic difficulties. As a result, and the leaders of the two countries are different. Milosevic, dictator and vicious. There are massacres he did Kosovo, Croatia, Srebrenica massacres. Hugo Chavez is a much loved leader. Healthcare free, education system is free, etc., etc.